Welcome back to Catching Up with Katie. Today we are going to do a few different things. But first, we got to catch up on what's going on. So breeding season, it's coming to an end. And finally, we're having some positivity, okay? Like we literally just got done with a vet appointment that was very positive. Kimmy's here today. Kimmy, you got to wake up. So do people. Kimmy's here today. Kimmy could not handle the fact that we were in here without her. So she doesn't want to be a part of it. She's a little cold too. So I'm gonna just cover her up. And then also, I don't know if you can notice anything. I should have had my hair done because then you would have gotten the full bang mode. It's not, no. It's dirty now. They won't lay right. It doesn't do it justice.
It's not. Well, yeah.
It does not do it justice, okay? So you will see it another time. But I did chop off like 8 inches of my hair. So what is it, the amount that you chop off to be able to like donate it? My hair was fried. It didn't, on the ends, it did not need to be donated. But is it 8 inches?
I really don't know. I want to say 9, but that seems like a lot.
I don't know. 8 inches didn't seem like that much when it was like sitting in my lap, though.
Yeah.
Have you ever done like a gigantic chop like that?
I went from probably like right here to like shoulder length in high school, my senior year, but I haven't had my hair cut short since then. So,
this is, I think, the shortest I've had my hair. I feel like I have short hair right now.
It's not short. It's still long.
No.
It's longer than mine.
It is not longer than yours. It was honestly a little shorter than I'd planned. I
have to take my hair down.
I'd planned to keep like 2 inches on. It's probably like mid boob. No, yours is past boob.
So is yours.
No.
Mine's, I'm still on it.
Your boobs are just longer.
I'm still on it. I think yours is still longer.
Well,
mine goes maybe a little longer, but just like the thinnest amount possible.
So Abigail is recovering from some bleach, but your hair is gorgeous. And when you came here, you had shorter blonde hair, and then we did go through. I think we were talking about it yesterday without you here. We were talking about your hair.
Oh.
No, I was talking with my hairdresser about your hair because we were talking about red, and I talked about how cute your red hair was. And I was like, but you went through quite a few colors in a kind of short time span. How many colors have you been since you've been working here?
Well, I was blonde, and then
But you're naturally blonde. Thanks to Live It Up for sponsoring today's video. If you've been looking for something to stack some healthy habits together for your morning routine, starting with some super greens from Live It Up could be super beneficial. You can start your morning off by putting a little super greens in your juice, in your protein shake, in some water, maybe a little smoothie. You're getting your chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass, kale, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, moringa, parsley, and more before you even get your day going. It's important to note it's dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, and tested for quality. All in all, it's just a really good addition to your daily nutrition. I have a 15% off deal going on. So if you click that link in my description, you can get 15% off. And then if you love it, you can subscribe. Thank you to Live It Up for sponsoring today's video. And again, if you want 15% off, go check out that link in my description. And now back to the video.
I used to be, but now I don't really know because like this is like all
so you were a victim of being a blonde kid.
Yeah, like this is all new growth. I haven't had it colored since February, so I don't know. But I was blonde, and then I did like the
red
cowboy copper,
like the red.
Well, I think I started out a little lighter, and then I decided to go darker, and then it was like kind of like
red.
Yeah. And then after that, I lightened it back up because I was trying to go blonde again. And so I was like strawberry blonde for a while.
That was my favorite. Strawberry blonde was the best, I think.
It wasn't bad, but
you didn't like it?
I didn't mind it.
Because I remember I remember at the Ren Fair last year is when you had the strawberry blonde hair, and when you crimp it, and it was probably the longest it had been. It was so good.
I liked it. Might do it again. But then it was just blonde for a while, and then I did the split dye in like October of last year. And that is kind of what did it, I think. I haven't been able to recover from that yet.
Well, you're just kind of letting it chill now, right?
Yeah.
Which just good. It's always like I needed that too, because I was blonde for like 5 years. Pull up blonde Katie, like blonde, and I was obsessed with being like icy blonde. But I always did like a balayage. I never did it straight to my root because I was too lazy. So I always let it grow out, and I always had dark roots. And after I think 3 years of being blonde, the last time I went to go get it touched up and everything, fried. Like I had little tiny hairs at the base of my neck where I just singed off. And the girl that was doing my hair, like she started freaking out in the middle of the session because she was like, I don't know. Like it was like smoke, like sizzling.
Oh my God.
And she was like, I think because your hair was so much on top of it, like the bottom section got like extra hot and like fried. It looked so bad. And so I just left it alone. And that was also when my wedding was happening.
Oh, yeah.
So I went and got it back brown for my like big wedding because I was like, I got it cut and got it. I shouldn't have got it cut. I honestly should have just left it. But it was so unhealthy. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could just remember like I thought about going blonde again, and I could just remember trying to brush my hair out. And you know, like when you have blonde pieces and they get all like coily, like like gummy, like I couldn't
I almost want to just like cut it just like at my shoulders just to get rid of all the like friedness because it's just so crispy.
You need a chop? You could rock a chop.
You have continuously told me every time
But
not
if
to
it's
cut
for
my
the
hair.
health of your hair, it could be good.
But I don't want to.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of just at like a standstill right now. Nothing's happening. It's not growing. It's not. I hate it. I hate not being able to color it too.
Right. It does. There is like a good feeling after coloring it.
And
It's
I just
like
get bored, and then I'm like, I want to be, like, I want to feel like a new person for
I
a
feel
little
like
bit.
though, if you do chop it, you're not going to just let it heal and grow. I think you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to color it all the time, and then it'll just kind of stay there.
As soon as it gets healthy again, I'm gonna go color it probably.
Back to blonde.
Probably.
Well, if you can do blonde, you just have to maintain it. You can't go from like light to dark to light to dark.
I gotta just keep it.
Yeah, because you can do it healthily, and your hair looked super healthy when you started working here, like in your blonde.
It used to be really healthy. Matt, you want to dye your hair, don't you?
You could totally rock it.
I want to do like the highlights, the blonde highlights, or
I feel like you could do like
what's it called?
Just be straight up Draco Malfoy and have just like white blonde hair.
Could.
I did when I was a baby.
Me too.
We all did.
But I had the blue eyes
and now we're all
too.
brunettes.
I don't know. You kept him.
It was real scary.
He also you have light eyes.
I have green eyes.
Okay.
It's because I'm wearing black. But a lot of people have blue eyes that don't hold that color. They change the color as they get older. I did not know that.
Does your baby have blue eyes right now? I thought she did. So what I'm super excited about, I saw this girl on TikTok yesterday, and she had the most beautiful green eyes. And she was like, my mom had brown eyes, my dad had blue eyes. And there was 5,000 comments. And everyone's like, is that the combo that gets green eyes? Because my mom has brown eyes and my dad has blue eyes. I'm like, are my future babies going to have green eyes?
They might.
Because Jonathan has
eyes.
like the most piercing blue eyes ever. So I'm like, my poop brown eyes will be good for something. We'll get some green babies.
Yeah, you might.
Or they just come out brown.
Yeah, that might happen too. My parents.
My mom has green eyes and my dad has brown eyes.
My dad has blue and my mom has brown. And I have blue.
Okay. So light eyes though. What I'm saying is like it's the daddy seems to be.
Yeah.
I know that's not how Punnett Squares works. Like I know the dad having blue eyes doesn't really matter as much. Like if it's just one parent.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, I don't know.
Maybe there's a trend.
We are now going to talk about breeding season because it's coming to a close. We just had a vet appointment that was very fruitful. So we had been kind of at a stalemate with 4 mares bred. Raven is due first, January 20th, and then it follows Indy and Charlotte, and then a recent mare carrying an embryo that I purchased. She's in Texas, so we don't know her yet. And then we just kept trying. We kept having mares not take. We kept having issues. And so we just had all 5 mares checked that we had like bred all in the last 2 weeks. And only one of them didn't take. And that was Ginger. And there was like reasoning behind it. And so we're going to clean her up because she had fluid in her uterus and let her have the year off and just kind of like make sure she's clean next year and try early and she'll have a nice little break. And Ethel's going to have a break. So the freeloaders next year are going to be Ginger, Ethel, Gracie, possibly Willow if she doesn't take. She just got an embryo put in yesterday. And then, you know, I don't call them freeloaders, but like Kennedy, Sophie, and Trudy are not carrying their own babies anymore. So they'll be left open. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see about Opal. Opal, we don't know if she's going to carry the Sophie baby yet or not. So then today who checked in foal was Annie, Phoebe, Maggie, and Happy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, only 3 VS Code Red babies coming next year. 3 First Things First babies coming next year. So 6 of the 8 are of my studs. And then an RL Best of Sudden because we have a full sibling to Denver coming. So it's Kennedy, RL Best of Sudden. And then Kennedy and Machine Made, which is a full sibling to Kirby. Oh, and then Trudy and Good, Better, Best. It's been, okay, so we have 8 pregnant confirmed, still waiting on Willow. Willow could make it 9 because she got the embryo put in. So right now, all but 2 of them are my studs. And then the other 2 are RL Best of Sudden and Machine Made. Super exciting.
If Sophie's embryo
comes back clean,
then Opal, if that works out, then that will be a VS
10. Code Red. Yep, and that'll be a VS Code Red. So we're looking good.
Yeah.
There is like potential for like maybe a new barn. I've got to do some wheeling and dealing with my parents for a little spot for it. But there's potential for a little like not as fancy barn so that we can, you know, just kind of keep the big barn for like the brood mares that are foaling and then put some like yearlings and, you know, open mares and stuff like that back there. But we'll kind of see.
I was thinking about how the past 2 foaling seasons have ended kind of earlier. Like I don't remember when the last one. It was into like early April.
I think it's been the first week of April both times.
But like having later babies next year, I was thinking about like, oh, it'll be warmer outside, and maybe like when we come over to stay, like we'll have like the fire pit and like the little outside area and stuff like that. It won't be like
as miserable.
It won't be as miserable, yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets darker later, so then it's just not as miserable like coming in at 4:00 because it's dark. So okay, here's how the due dates lay. So Raven's due January 20th. I have no clue if she goes early. I have no clue if she goes full term, whatever. So January 20th. And then Indy, I know for a fact, the last 2 babies she's had, she goes full term. She does not come early. And so she's February 7th. Charlotte, we don't know her. This is her first baby. She's February 12th. And then the next due date after that is March 12th. We have a whole month. And so if Charlotte goes early, we could potentially have like 6 weeks of a little bit of a break. And we have like a first section of foaling season, a break, and then we start again. And so that is the Waffle House recip, March 12th. So again, I don't really know if she's an early foaler or whatever. Now, Phoebe and Maggie are the next ones, and they did foal early this year. They both foaled in the mid 320s. And so their due dates are April 8th and April 10th. But if they do like they normally do, that's March.
Which one is April 10th?
Maggie. It's for sure not going to be that, though.
What if it was, though?
But hear me out. Annie's due date is April 11th. If she goes like she did this year, she was a day early, it could be a birthday baby.
Could be. Do I get to name it?
Yes. If it's on your birthday, you get to name it.
And
don't squander that opportunity.
And that is...
That's sealed. You can name it whatever you want
on
now.
Camera.
Annie and Denver's baby?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I said I was.
Whatever
I said
you want.
I said I was
Crazy?
the most excited for that one.
You want to hear what's crazy?
What?
Happy and Denver have the same due date, April 11th.
You mean Happy and so they? I thought hers was April 10th.
No. Happy, her due date is April 11th.
Okay, so Annie and Happy's is April 11th.
But Happy goes early. So, but then Willow, if she takes, her due date's April 20th. We don't know if she goes early or not. So you
there's
have
gonna
like
be somewhere around
you have
there.
a couple birthday potentials.
I have some chances.
Yes. Now, okay, if you're going to be the namer, do you hope for Philly or for Colt to name? Which one do you have better names for?
Probably a girl.
Yeah. I want to name one next year Violet so bad. I want the blue couture, the only blue couture baby that Raven's carrying. I want it to be a girl so bad so that I can name it only Violet Couture or Violet Couture.
That would be
and
cool.
then call her Violet. I want that so bad.
You know what would also be cool?
What?
Indigo.
That is cool. Indigo. Indy's baby? Indy and Indigo? If it's a boy?
Or a girl.
But I'd want to shorten it to Indy if it was a girl. I could call it boy Indigo.
Just call the girl Indigo.
I don't know.
Indigo's a girl name.
But I think you could do both.
That's what Morgan Wallen named his kid. It's a boy.
I forget that Morgan Wallen has a child.
Indigo. The only reason I know this is because I saw it today on TikTok, but it's Indigo Wilder. And they call him Indy Wilder,
Wilder's a cool
which
name.
I kind of think is cool.
Indy Wilder is cool. I do like that.
There's potential to be a really fun foaling season next year. I don't for the aspect that it'll be dark, getting darker later and like warmer. I don't hate the April babies, but it does kind of get into other well, like we're wanting to do other things by then. We're wanting to be going to horse shows. We're wanting to be outside. You know, we're wanting to be riding, and some of these mamas are still gonna be pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
but we are super excited that Sophie and Kennedy are not going to be carrying this year. So we might go ride Kennedy right after this for the first time, which would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then maybe once we get everyone figured out, we can have like a broodmare ride video done and like show them all in action, you know? Oh, Erlene's part of the freeloaders. She's not having a baby this year. We could ride her.
Yeah.
We could ride Erlene.
I want to ride Gracie.
You want to ride Gracie? You could ride Gracie. We can ride Gracie.
There you
Just
go.
to see.
Manifest.
Just for
It's like
fun.
a dang couch.
Yeah. I imagine it'd be pretty similar to Ethel.
No, she's fast.
Gracie's fast.
There is no like Ethel just like plops around. Gracie's like, even if she's just walking, it's very forward.
I see these all the time, and I think when it comes down to try not to laugh, having the water in your mouth makes it challenging. Because then like you have, especially for you.
What if I get Kimmy wet?
Well, Kimmy's playing.
Sorry, Tim.
I forgot she was even here.
So we do. Kimmy doesn't always get called Kimmy.
Kim.
Timothy.
Tim.
Timothy.
Timmy.
Kimberlina.
Here's the thing about Katie, though. None of these videos are going to make her laugh. What's going to make her laugh? What's going to make her laugh?
What's going to make her laugh?
What's going to make her laugh is putting the water in her mouth. Like the setup is what's going to make her laugh.
You say that. I can. Okay. Okay. What are we betting? What are we betting that I don't laugh and I'm stone cold?
What happens to the winners and
Stone
losers?
Cold Steve Austin.
The winners, the losers, a
But no, I
dweeb.
think if me and Abigail are able to not laugh, we get to do something to you.
What do we get to do?
Beat me up.
We do have water guns in the back of the
What if
golf cart. We could douse him.
I hate getting wet.
I know. I was going to say we both of us have had this conversation before. Where like if we're in clothes and we get wet, it just ruins the day.
It does. Anyway, so new segment. Try not to laugh challenge number 1. I don't know. This is a video. There's
gotta
so
figure
many
out what you
reaction
lose.
videos.
We have to figure out what you lose.
Okay, what do you lose? What about between you two?
My idea got shot down.
I'm okay with it.
You come out with an idea.
I mean, if you're okay with it, then
Okay, then we'll
with
video it and it'll just get like a cell phone footage.
Mm-hmm.
I guess which one of us
Well,
gets to douse you?
since I'm not playing, it needs to be really just be you two.
No, it's because it's your idea.
Okay.
And we both think we can withstand it.
But like, it doesn't have to be physical. It could just be like the winner's a cool guy and the loser's a dweeb, and you have to drink the dweeb juice.
If that's what you want it to be, then we can do that.
Okay, this is lame. All right,
He
we're
doesn't-
ready?
He doesn't want to get wet.
No,
He's a poor sport.
trying to think real quick.
Well, we're about to be. She can't respond. I'm about to be where I can't respond. Oh no, it's starting.
Swallow it, and we're gonna do a good lead into it. Swallow. I told you. It's over,
because
dude.
she's the only one.
It's over.
Oh, Kimmy.
All right, here we go. New segment. Try not to laugh challenge.
It has
Oh,
already
loud.
started.
That's all I name. New segment. Try not to laugh challenge. We are going to flip the screen, and the winner, the loser's a dweeb. The winner's a cool guy.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot this thing just rotated. Can everybody see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, and 3, 2, 1.
It's a good tornado. Are you ready, Larry? This is going to be delicious. This is a candy corn tornado. Yum, yum. Yeah, that was corny. Avengers!
You can't be behind it.
Oh, God. You lost. Which one was it? Like, what, like, finally sealed the deal? You can swallow.
Stupid like candy corn.
I knew it.
because of you. Because you were dying and I was like, this is so stupid.
I was going so strong until I looked over at you and you were just...
That was worth it. Good segment.
Okay.
I knew that would get you.
Matt, are you getting goats this year?
When are they going to be born?
It'd be like 2.5 months from now. Okay, here's the thing.
Live.
He has a yard. He doesn't have an HOA. He has a yard plenty big for 2 little goats, okay? Like plenty big. But he wants to build a cave.
Well, I think I can do
so
it
many
all.
plans for this one
I can do it all
spot.
for 1 yard. I'm making the most out of it all. Okay,
He
so
wants
I have to have
chickens.
2, right? The chickens
He
are
copied
okay.
Abigail. And he
You
wants
should build like a
chickens.
tunnel system
For the goats?
them. For the chickens.
Oh,
So they can walk like up and you can put stuff underneath it.
that's what
Like
I'm
you
doing.
can put the goats like underneath it
Oh.
to save room.
Well, that's what I would do. That's what my dad does. He has like the chicken house and the ghosts like go underneath it
Yeah.
to get shelter and stuff. Yeah, that's 100% doable.
Yeah.
Like 100% doable. So,
I just don't know if
but I need 2, right?
I think they would just eat your yard down so fast though.
No, you got to supplement them. You got to give them a little hay sometimes.
You know, they can have hay. And I
So
don't care to not
goats-
mow my backyard either.
Goats like foraging off of like brush and stuff more than grass.
See, and that's great
Yeah.
because I need
They-
to clear. They're going to keep my brush
Sheep
line
like
clear.
grass more. It's goats that like brush and
I
leaves.
do like
and
sheep though. I feel like I like sheep more than goats because they're just more pleasing to look at to me.
I like them too, but I think don't they have like a lot more
You gotta shear 'em.
problems and like a lot more maintenance?
A lot more
I don't have a
maintenance.
whole lot of experience with sheep. Sheep people have told me that they're kind of fragile, but I
Yeah.
mean, I've experienced fragility in goats.
I mean,
so
every comparison to a sheep is never positive. So,
No. That's true. That's true.
okay, so I have to have 2 though, correct?
Yes.
yeah, they're herd animals. You can't
Okay.
shove one.
And I mean, they're for Lily, right?
Yeah, they're for they're for your baby.
So when would the latest ones be born? So like June?
Okay,
So-
so Bella's having to probably a little bit later because she got bred a little bit later. So she would probably have hers like mid to late June, and then 2 months after that.
Oh yeah. We're chilling. Even the cave's going to be down by
So
the
like
end of June.
August or September, because I can
Or
keep
end
them
of
a little
July,
bit later.
man.
But
Yeah, it'd be like August.
Oh, yeah, dude. We're chilling.
Yeah.
And
gotta be
maybe
weaned
even
first.
September.
oh yeah, for sure. Because then I'll have the fence taken care of, and then I'll also my chickens will already be there by then. So they'll have a little stationary.
He's copying you with the chickens.
I'm not copying you.
It's
Also,
okay.
Everybody has chickens.
We do have an idea for when your house is done, which we don't know when that's going to happen. It was supposed to be first week of June. That's not happening. So probably we're looking into July, maybe end of June, early July. You need to do a housewarming party. And I think all of the things that people bring should be chicken themed.
We're not talking like food though. I'm talking like everyone's required to bring me a housewarming gift, and it needs to be duck or chicken themed.
Duck or
like
chicken.
a heat lamp and like feeders and like
No, like I mean
like,
maybe
or like decoration.
Like
more
decor.
decorations.
Yeah,
Because she like, are you gonna do your kitchen like duck
duck
/ chicken?
It's cottage core. I'm gonna do my
Duck core
kitchen
kitchen.
duck,
Granny,
which is why I wanted the cabinets yellow.
Dude, Tractor Supply has a bunch of really great decor and outdoor
I
decor.
know. I saw
On
those
sale
little
for
chicken
20%
coop
off.
cookie jar.
20% off.
Also, let me just preface, because in that one thing when we were talking about
Not sponsored.
your house, everyone was like, oh my gosh, how dare you not let her paint the cabinets yellow? The cabinet, that's kind of like a harder thing to change around. And like walls are pretty easy. So because we're trying to make this like pretty renters friendly, like we don't know how long, Abigail's going to live there or whatever.
How long she's going to last.
Not
as
that
an
we're going
employee.
to kick her out, but like, things happen. And so we're trying to make it, it's actually like a duplex. And so we're trying to have it match. And so like just plain wood, and then you can put wallpaper up, other things like that. But
If you
I
seem
also
like more
am-
of a solid,
but
more
also
foundational
yellow
employee.
cabinets look way better with like white appliances. And we did all stainless appliances. So it just looks a little bit bleh with stainless.
I'm not upset by that. I am glad that I got to make any decisions at all. So, and I've chosen quite a few things. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to see the finished product.
He thinks
I
he's
am
gonna,
as well.
He thinks he's going to get to just crash there to turkey hunt.
No, I wish in an alternate universe I had that old house where I live right now to remodel, because it's just such a cool structure and like everything is set up so cool and it's such a cool layout. Like I would do so many different things to that place. I think it's so cool. Like
Are you talking about her house's
yeah.
layout? It's so cool.
So cool. And so I
She's
just
got
want to
so many
see
big windows.
that one room is just, oh my gosh. I just can imagine just every morning. Every morning
also,
would be so great.
There's talks of making the front field into a bullpen
What is that?
because we need somewhere to because we're needing to keep more bulls other than Justice, and it's hard to keep them separate and things like that. So we're considering making that whole front field a place to put bulls,
Which,
like 2 bulls.
how does that have any effect on me at all?
No, you just have bulls to look at.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, it doesn't affect
I
you
don't
at
know
all.
why I immediately went to like, it was just gonna be a big dirt thing where they're going to like do bullfighting and stuff. I don't know why.
I thought for some reason at first you meant like
A
something to
rodeo.
do with roping, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if I want to watch that every day.
just somewhere to keep Justice and Sugar Daddy or whoever we have.
I like Justice, but that's gonna suck because
You can't pet him.
I'm gonna want to pet him, and he's gonna look so like pitiful.
You
and
could maybe go sneak him some tweets
yeah,
and you just drop them
because
inside.
security.
I'm gonna ride him.
Build
Honestly,
a
you probably
relationship with
could.
him.
Justice
hop
is like a
on.
big puppy dog. So like, and he will sit there and he'll just be like,
He will.
I
He'll look at
love
you,
you.
like.
he's 2,000 pounds. But okay, that is it for this week's Catching Up with Katie episode. We have so many fun things ahead of us. We're going to Kentucky this coming weekend to the Kentucky Horse Park. We're going to go see Denver. We're going to go tour some places like Keeneland, and we're going to try to, set up some tours with some breeding farms and whatnot. It's going to be just like a really fun outing. Lexington is just beautiful. And then baby goats are on the way. We also have really fun new merch coming. We just did a photo shoot for yesterday of some new products that we've never done before, like croc charms and paint by numbers and coloring books and
Croc
diamond
charms are a
art and just all
smash.
kinds of really fun stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Again, if you want to watch daily, like behind the scenes stuff, I will leave my Snapchat below as well. We do that every single day. It's just like a little unedited look at everything. And yeah, I think that's it. Hope to see you all in the next one.